morning! This classroom observation offers blended learning. I crop videos for my learners and choose a good LMS. The lessons are module based and the competency are based on the MELC. So we have the teacher-learner interaction, and then they have to remember some virtual classroom rules. So they have to be on time. They should act like they are in the school. They have to sit in one spot during class. They have to keep muted, turn off their camera, raise their hand if they wish to talk. They have to listen. No eating during class. And the best of all, have fun and do your best.
Before we begin our schoolwork today, let us take some time to pray. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Help me, God, to be kind and strong, to know what's right and to know what's wrong. Remind us all to forgive each other and care for classmates like sisters and brothers. In my work and while I play, be with me, God, through the day. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Good morning! Are you ready with our lesson? Okay, let's begin. Okay, so before we go on with our lesson, let us have a short recall about our lesson last week. So we have the respiratory system that plays a vital role in the human body. Why? And how? Okay, so it is a system which takes charge of the breathing process. Second, it is made up of several organs which is responsible for gas exchange in the body. And number three, the organs that help for taking in oxygen and expelling carbon dioxide from the body. Okay, let's see its parts. So we have the parts of respiratory. We have the nose, the nasal cavity, pharynx, larynx, the trachea, the bronchus, bronchioles. We have the lungs, the alveoli, and the diaphragm. Okay, so let's start. Different animals share our planet with us. Many are alike and many are different. Scientists classify based on characteristics, their similarities and dissimilarities. As you go through with our lesson, you should be able to describe the characteristics of vertebrates and invertebrates and practice ways of caring and protecting animals. So before we go on with our lesson, let us try to answer this activity. Let's practice. So you're going to select the correct group of vertebrate animals. So we have three groups and then you're going to choose which is the correct vertebrate groups. Okay, Mikaya, can you tell your answer?
I guess the correct order of vertebrates are fish, birds, tiger, frog, and snakes.
Okay, so Mikaya choose the group of fish, bird, tiger, frog, and snake. So we're going to find out if Mikaya is correct. So we have here photos of an owl and a fish. As you can see, an owl is a bird that has a pair of legs and has its wings, while fish have gills and they live mostly the rest of their lives in water. Okay, so we have the cow, uh, We all know that cows gives milk and they give birth to their young. The other one is a hen that lays eggs. A hen is considered the family of the birds. Okay, next we have frog. As we believe that frogs stay on the water when they're young and stay on land when they are mature. Their skin are scaly and moist. The other one is a crocodile. They have scales that are dry. They also live on water and they can stay on land. Look closely at the illustrations. I have here a diagram showing the classification of vertebrates. It's either warm-blooded or cold-blooded. Mammals and birds belongs to the warm-blooded animals, while fish, reptiles, and amphibians are cold-blooded. As we go on with the topic, please try to scan the following questions so that you will have an idea what the lesson is all about. What is a vertebrate? What are the distinguishing characteristics of a vertebrate? And how do we classify them?
Vertebrates animals that have backbones are called vertebrates. The vertebrates are classified into five classes, namely mammals, birds, fish, reptiles, and amphibians.
Okay, so animals that have backbones are called vertebrates. The vertebrates are classified into five classes, namely mammals, birds, fish, reptiles, and amphibians. Okay, so you have to remember that most mammals do not lay eggs. Instead, they give birth to their young. They feed their young with milk produced by the mammary glands. Examples of mammals found in our community are dogs, cats, carabaos, cows, goats, and pigs. Mostly, mammals can be found in our own community. Do you have pets like dogs or cats? Yes, they are mammals. So we have cows that gives milk and then pigs that gives us meat. They can help us to become healthy and strong for they give us proteins that comes from their meat. And so are with the birds. As we know that birds are covered by feathers and they lay eggs. Birds possess one pair of legs and one pair of wings. Examples of birds are hens, hawks, and owls.
Are covered by feathers. They lay eggs. Birds possess one pair of legs and one pair of wings. Example of birds are hens, hawk, and owls.
Reptiles have bodies that are covered with scale or plates. Ne- They lay, they lay their eggs on land and and on water. Crocodiles and turtles are some example of reptiles.
Okay, thank you, Troy. So, let us correct some words. So, we have reptiles. Reptiles have bodies that are covered with scales or plates. They lay their eggs on land. They can live on land and in water. Examples are crocodile and turtles. So we go on with the next. Amphibians, such as frogs, salamanders that live a double life. They live part of their lives in water while they are young. When they mature, they live on land to survive. All amphibians lay eggs on water. For example, a frog lays eggs on water which hatch into tadpoles. These tadpoles swim around and breathe with gills. As they grow older, they change. They develop legs and lungs and begin to live on land. The last, we have fish. Most fish are covered with scales. Some are egg layers. Others are leaf bearers. They spend all their lives in water. Fish have gills, which are used for breathing. So you have to remember that we have 5 groups of animals that belongs to vertebrates. We have the mammals that gives milk and give birth to their young. The amphibians, they can live in water and on land. They stay on their young age at the water, and just to survive, they live on land as they grow older. We all know that birds has a pair of legs and a wings that can help him to fly. Also a beak that helps him to grab a food. Then we have the reptiles. They are scaly. Mostly they stay in water and then on land. The fish, they survive because of their gills. It helps them to breathe and stay in water as long as they live. Okay, so after all the discussions that we have, let us try to answer the learning test number 1. So we have the direction. You're going to choose the correct answer, then write your answers on your answer sheet. You have to go to the Google Classroom and then look for the stream, check the classwork, and then your answers here in Learning Test 1 should be turned in or file upload and then mark as done. So we have questions number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? Just turn in your answer in the G Classroom. Okay, moving forward. So we're going to answer the learning test number 4. Okay, Jake, please read the direction.
Identify the animals described below. Choose your answer from the box below. Do this on your answer sheet.
Next, we have the learning test number 4. Identify the animals described below. Choose your answer from the box. Do this on your answer sheet and turn your answer in the Google Classroom. So we have here 1 to 5. The choices are mammals, birds, reptiles, fish, and amphibians. I hope that the directions is clear and you have to pass all your answers in the G Classroom. See you there!